Yo, top5rapwebsite.com. You already know what's going on. Another Friday live stream. Yo, excuse me. I think I got all my technical difficulties out the way. As you guys know, I'm like part-time. My full-time job, I'm part-time YouTube. I'm part-time also IT. I be figuring shit out. I can't lie, bro. Facts. I really be figuring shit out. But yo, welcome to another Friday live stream. All the same people that's been here, shout out to y'all, salute to y'all. I appreciate y'all. All the new people who came because of the new videos this week, shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all. I just want to how do I want to start this? So this is what we're gonna do today, right? We're gonna watch. Let me pull this up. We're gonna watch the homie Louaista. He got a video that he put out this past week. Why hip hop doesn't respect J. Cole anymore. I actually haven't seen this video at all. I haven't watched it at all. So it's just a for real first reaction. But before we get into that, I gotta do just a little bit of housekeeping because as you guys know, if you've been following the channel, this week was like the biggest week I'd ever had on this channel. And the homie Louaista, the same dude, he was like, yo, I dropped a video about Kendrick Lamar, Drake, just going over, Kendrick's disses, how brutal they were, and I'm going over Drake's disses. Louaista was like, yo, well, that video did well. Louaista was like, yo, keep your foot on their neck, keep going, strike while the iron hot, really get into that algorithm. So I dropped a couple more. So yeah, it was a pretty good week. So salute to the homie Louaista, giving that good advice. But yo, what I want to get into firstly is the J. Cole video, but we have a little bit of housekeeping to do. I gotta say, shout out to my guy Frosted Takes. He sent me this. I made the Kendrick Lamar Reddit page, my critique of Family Matters. It was a part about A$AP Rocky where Drake's talking about, Rakim. He's talking about whatever he said on Family Matters. Like, yeah, you smashed my baby moms, but who was I hitting in? And I was like, yo, like, one, why would you admit that that dude smashed your baby mom? That's crazy. And then two, he says, I smashed your baby mom, but who was I hitting in? He's talking about Rihanna. I'm like, bro, you was in love with Rihanna. Rocky. It's like, basically, I'm like, yo, A$AP Rocky, it looked like he taking all your chicks from you. So, on the Kendrick Lamar subreddit, they appreciated this. They appreciated your boys. So, yo, shout out to these guys. I'm somewhere on the front page, like 864,000 members. I'm like, how far down am I? I'm like right here. So I'm like in the top 15, 20. So, that's cool for me, man. I know, any love, any support, I appreciate it, man. Because, motherfuckers don't get that a lot. Echo in the chat, first things first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil. Yeah, we about to get into that J. Cole, and salute to Zero in the chat. Let's get right into it though. Louaista, why hip hop doesn't respect J. Cole anymore. I don't even know how I'm gonna react to this. I don't know what Louaista is gonna say. Imperium said you think you're famous now. Not yet, bro. But we on the road to 10K. Like last week I was at like 7.6 thousand subscribers. Now I'm like at 9.2. So we on the road to 6K. So again, I just appreciate everybody, man. Salute to y'all. And it's good. It's good to be recognized for the hard work we do. You know what I mean? So anyways, I don't know what he's gonna say. I don't know what angle he's taking. This is my guy, but y'all know I'm unbiased. I'm going in. If something that don't sound right to me, I'm going in. Let's get it.
A very different place.
Let me know if y'all can hear. Let me know if I need to turn. I'll just turn it all the way up. You guys can adjust your volume on your own device. There we go. Let's go.
At the beginning of 2024.
I missed a couple words. Here we go. For real this time.
J. Cole's career was in a very different place at the beginning of 2024. Back then, J. Cole was coming in hot after a legendary feature run that led Complex to name him as the best rapper of last year, despite the fact that he didn't even release a single project. While he hadn't dropped it yet,
shout out to Rashane. Yeah, give us subscribe, man. Give us subscribe.
Was expected to come out sometime this year, and everyone was ecstatic to see what Cole had in store. But now the world has has turned on its head. And not only have some of hip-hop's most influential voices turned against him, but even parts of his own fan base have as well. In just a matter of months,
So I'm gonna guess Louaista is gonna say this is because of the apology to Kendrick Lamar. But I actually think I've seen the opposite. I've seen people be like, yo, especially in the aftermath of what happened between Kendrick and Drake and all the allegations, wife beater, PDF file. I've seen people say, yo, J. Cole was actually smart for bowing out. I said this when he did it. I was like, I'm not mad at you, Cole. Like, I don't want to see J. Cole versus Kendrick. I want to see J. Cole and Kendrick do music together. I've never wanted to see J. Cole versus Kendrick. I've always wanted to see Kendrick versus Drake. And I've wanted to see J. Cole versus Drake too. But I never wanted to see those two go at each other.
Love has gone from need it to keep it for a lot of users, while Cole himself is being accused of ruining his entire legacy piece by piece, with one terrible miscalculation after another. It's your boy Louaista, and today we're looking at how J. Cole lost his respect with a culture that once idolized him. But to explain how the perception of Cole has shifted so drastically.
So we gotta define culture. What do we mean by culture? Because when I hear the term culture, when we talk about hip hop culture and black culture is the same shit. It's the same thing. Black culture, hip hop culture is black culture. If this is black culture, if it's this, it's like here, hip hop is like this much of it. There are so many other cultures within black culture. Hip hop is just one small piece of black culture. So when people say the culture and are referring to it in terms of hip hop, I think black culture. And I don't think the average black person has turned on J. Cole. Like, I don't think that.
Drastically to the point that it looks like his career might have taken critical damage, we need to first remind ourselves of how we were discussing this particular MC before all of this happened. Rapping since a young age under names like The Therapist and Blaza, J. Cole's journey from a hardworking student at St. John's University, who released a string of classic mixtapes, to becoming a Rock Nation signee and a highly respected MC in his own right, is well documented. But it's important to remember that throughout his career, Cole has always emphasized that he never wanted to just be on the field, but that he specifically aimed to be a star player in the game. In fact, long before he was even considered in that conversation, he was always driven by the desire to be seen as the GOAT.
Some people want to be great and be the greatest, so their mind state is different. Some people just want to make the league. That's the highest they can see. I just always was seeing past that, so when I got a record deal, everybody was like, oh my God, you signed to Jay-Z. I'm like, I'm looking at that bank account, and more than that, I'm looking at what I haven't done. And I'm like, I'm barely celebrating this. You know what I mean? So I think it's just
true.
Like, sustainability comes from like looking ahead and being very clear on what you want. Do you want to make the league, or do you want to be one of the GOATs? You know what I mean? That's a different type of mentality, I think.
It's no secret that Cole achieved a lot throughout his lengthy career, and it's thanks to none other than that winner mentality.
And look, I'm about to defend J. Cole, and I'm gonna get to the chat in a second. I'm about to defend him, right? But I don't even, out of these albums, there are not any of these, maybe out of these, maybe two albums that are in my constant rotation. One is not pictured. It's his first album, Sideline Story. Love that album. I play some songs off Might Delete Later, and I play some songs off Season and Forest Hills Drive. But J. Cole don't have like one album that I spin in entirety and I gotta return to. Like Kendrick has like Section 80. That's like, I think that's his best album. Or even Drake. There are some Drake albums. You guys may be surprised, based off hearing my videos. While other people in the thumbnail white, y'all may be surprised off seeing some of my videos about Drake. But Drake has like some albums that I really fuck with. Like If You're Reading This, It's Too Late. I really fuck with Scorpion and Take Care. Those are like my big three for Drake. I don't think J. Cole has that one album for me that I constantly return to. He just has songs. Quadre said Cole trash. Cole is not trash. Like, come on, bro. Cole, one of the greatest to ever do it. Facts. That's facts.
Facts.
I don't even feel like hip hop culture and rap culture are the same. I mean, rap is one portion of hip hop. So if this is black culture, right? If we're gripping it, pause. This is all of black culture. Hip hop is like this much of this. It's like this much. And then within hip hop, there's rap, which is like this much of hip hop. Because hip hop is what? B-boying, graffiti, MCing. I forgot the 4 pillars of hip hop. B-boy, rapping, MCing. Goddamn, somebody give me the fourth pillar of hip hop. I gotta pause this. Hold on, I'm slipping up. 4 pillars of hip hop. Yo, repent. I'm sorry. DJing. That's what I forgot. MCing, DJing, breakdancing, graffiti art. So hip hop is just one component. Rap is one component of hip hop. Yeah, DJ. Thank you, Nargabar. Is it even possible to make a classic album nowadays? I think so. I think Marsha Ambrosius just came out with a great album produced by Dr. Dre. I think it came out today or last night. Anderson .Paak and Knowledge came out with a great album. Yeah, Messerad, J. Cole's one of the greatest. We still like Cole, but 7 Minute Drill and Grippy was a mistake. I actually like 7 Minute Drill. I like that song. Personally, especially the part that T-Minus produced. Let me get right back into this. Y'all keep posting in the chat. I'm gonna just try to let this play, but I'm gonna get to all the chats.
He went platinum with no features so many times that it became a meme at one point, launched his own Dreamville label successfully, and even brought the entire hip-hop community together for the Revenge of the Dreamers 3 project. Besides that, he was praised for being above the industry politics or negative traits that are usually associated with the genre, with fans saying things like, J. Cole is worth $117 million. He rides around on a bike with no guns and no security and no one bothers him. He's not stunting, not flossing, he's not messing with other guys' girlfriends. He's not kicking guys who are less fortunate.
Y'all seen when J. Cole got kicked out the Tesla dealership, allegedly? That's like, bro, I don't even think that's a racist thing. You can't go places looking homeless, bro. Like, certain places you go, you looking homeless, like, bro, like, it is what it is. I don't mean it's a good thing, but come on, you should expect it at the very least.
Humble.
You come in with a backpack and a bike, you know, big ass shorts like it's 1999. Like, come on, man, like, black or white, people gonna treat you a little different.
Gracious enough to seem like he was accepting third place on tracks like Heaven's EP, where he said Drake and Kendrick were still superstars to him.
Some people say that I'm running third. They threw the bronze at me behind Drake and Dot. Yeah, them niggas is superstars to me.
And look, I don't know why J. Cole says shit like that. J. Cole speaks like Kendrick and Drake are he speaks like they're almost from different generations. Like, J. Cole speaks like he grew up on Kendrick and Drake. No, nigga, you're J. Cole. Like, you're on the same tier as these niggas, bro. Stop talking like that.
Relationships with his fellow rappers over asserting himself as the best.
Hold on. We gotta go back.
Seemed content to follow his own path in hip hop, and
it's 3 goats left, and I see 2 of them kissing and hugging on stage. Euphoria.
Favorite relationships with his fellow rappers over asserting himself as the best.
Like, nobody can really relate to that like these dudes, and I really genuinely fuck with these dudes. So like, I've been trying to, you know, absolutely make an effort, like, strip the competition from it. Like, y'all niggas are cemented forever. I will hope that I'm cemented forever, and if not, I will be, you know, when it's all said and done. Like, the competition part I've stripped away, and I'm now on some shit like, man, I'm more interested in the relationship, because I also see a time when I'm not doing that.
And that's fine. That's fine.
People are never gonna say J. Cole is the best rapper breathing. You won't get 90% to say Drake. You won't get 90% to say Kendrick. It's just never gonna happen.
90% gonna say Kendrick.
Realize
Facts.
that, like, yo, what are you even worried about? I approach my bars from that perspective, but the reality of me knows that's unattainable.
When you look back at that comment, it's crazy to see how a small mistake changed everything about how people saw Cole just a few years later. But we'll be talking about that more in the second half of this video. Initially, it was Cole's level-headed approach to hip-hop that won over fans and even fellow artists, as they felt like he truly upheld what the hip-hop genre was all about.
I feel J. Cole should have walked some Grammys. The fact that he did a whole album, no features, he really did what Nas did on his first record. It was. I can remember people like liking him.
Nas had a feature on his first record. He talking about Illmatic. Nas had a feature. AZ was on Life's a Bitch. Facts.
Nas to rock him again. They were saying that the standard was met again and exceeded. I think that J. Cole met a certain standard by doing that.
Shout out to Killer Mike.
He brought attention away from the hype of who are the features, the hype of who are the producers, and he put the hype firmly on the meat of the records. I think that J. Cole has did something bigger than a Grammy. He has given a cultural expectation to a group of kids who didn't have that marker before. I think that he has redirected the hype of who can I collab with and how could I grow myself? And I'm very proud of that brother for that.
Over time, Cole would increasingly acquire more flowers as he settled into his role as one of hip-hop's most respected artists, including other members of the Big Three.
I gotta say this just because, you know, I don't
It's 3 goats left. I see 2 of them kissing and hugging on stage.
want to have like a heartfelt moment when we're on stage together and shit, but you know, you did that pipe down freestyle the other day, right? You were saying in the freestyle about, you know, they handed you the bronze and whatever, me and Kendrick. I just want you to understand something. You are genuinely, without a doubt, one of the greatest rappers to ever touch it.
That's facts. That's facts. I just don't like when J. Cole talk like that, bro. You be talking like you that little brother, bro. You are from the, literally, J. Cole, Kendrick, and Drake all got popping around the same time. Drake was first because obviously Drake came in the game with Lil Wayne, Young Money. Lil Wayne was the biggest rapper at the time. So he has 2 new artists. Who are those artists in 2008, 2009? Wayne's the biggest rapper. Lollipop, you got money, you know it. Take it out your pocket, show it, throw it. He has all these songs out. What was that song called about the officer? We, all that. Then he puts out 2 artists. Who are those artists? Drake, Nicki Minaj. They both went crazy. So Drake was first. But then Kendrick came. Actually, J. Cole came before Kendrick. I knew J. Cole before I knew Kendrick. So J. Cole came. I heard my first J. Cole song like in 2009. And even I felt like I was late. I first heard J. Cole on the warm-up mixtape. He had a tape before that motherfuckers had already heard called The Come Up. So I felt like I was late. And then Kendrick I found like at the very end of 2009, like November, December. So like, bruh, at the end of the day, y'all are all from the same era, 08 to 09. J. Cole, stop talking like Drake and Kendrick are your big brothers or something, or like you grew up listening to these guys. Stop doing that, bro. You're J. Cole, bro. What the hell is, like, what the hell? Let me get to these chats. I'm gonna get to the chat so you don't get back to the video. Where am I at? Section 80 is better than Damn. Nar Gabara, I agree. I definitely agree. Section 80, I think, is Kendrick's best album. Excuse me. I go back and forth between what is Kendrick's best album because Section 80 is so great. Good Kid, Mad City is so great. And To Pimp a Butterfly is so great. But as of today, my favorite Kendrick album is Section 80. And there's only 2 songs I skip on that. Really 1, Tammy's song. I skip Keisha's song, not because it's bad, but because it's just too emotional for me. Tammy's song, I skip it. And without Keisha's song, you don't have Sing About Me, Dying of Thirst off Good Kid, Mad City. The chick that's rapping in verse 2, now I'm getting into the Kendrick fans. If you know Kendrick's music, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't know, learn something. Good Kid, Mad City, that song, Sing About Me, Dying of Thirst, that second verse, I'll never fade away, never fade away, never fade away. That's the girl, that's the sister of Keisha from Keisha's song on Section 80. Section 80 is crazy. J. Cole, one of the greatest. Facts. Is it even possible to, I already read that one. Grippy. Yeah, Grippy's bad. Grippy's tragic. Yeah, I don't, I was going to react to Grippy, but I ended up hearing it first. When I do my reactions, I like to be first reaction, like real first reaction. That's how most of my reactions are. But I ended up hearing Grippy like a couple times because I listened to it on social media. It's not bad rapping, right? It's not, we don't dislike Grippy because it's bad rapping. It's just so uncharacteristic of J. Cole. Like I was listening to Grippy like, yo, J. Cole has a sex life? Like this nigga like pause, like we've never heard you talk like this type shit. Like, and the song was just very uncharacteristically J. Cole, but I do appreciate him for reaching out and trying to do something different. The Grippy's atrocious. Okay, chill. J. Cole give them Keanu vibe. You talking about Keanu Reeves? Johnny Silverhand? It's Yeezy's fault for the homeless look. No, that's facts. J. Cole was humble, then fake humble, then K. Dot humbled him. I don't think K. Dot humbled him. Echo, I think what J. Cole did bowing out, which we'll get to later. I don't want to give all my takes right now. I think J. Cole bowing out and saying what he actually means, how he actually feels, was humble. Kendrick really spared J. Cole. If you remember J. Cole's apology, J. Cole was like, yo, I apologize. I respect you. He said, take your best shot. I got my records already out there, but yo, I'm not tripping. Take your best shot. I'm not even tripping. Kendrick did not take his best shot. He had one line for Cole on Euphoria, which I've quoted many times already during this live stream. It's 3 GOATs left, meaning Kendrick, J. Cole, Drake. I seen 2 of them kissing and hugging on stage. Kendrick didn't really humble him like he could have. Kendrick really pulled that punch back. He really pulled it back. You think Big Sean is a good artist? Yeah, I fuck with Big Sean. Finally Famous Volume 3, Finally Famous the album. A lot of people didn't fuck with the Finally Famous the album when it came out, you know, with Marvin Gaye and Chardonnay, Do It. What was the song with Pharrell? I'm trying to get these strings off the ground. All the hoes, all that, man. I heard Kendrick in 08, but I'm from the same area as him. So you heard Kendrick before he was, so you heard K-Dot. Because Kendrick changed to Kendrick Lamar. He went from K-Dot to Kendrick Lamar in 09 with the Kendrick Lamar EP. And like you, Vegas Dev, I only heard of Kendrick because somebody from the neighborhood. I followed him on Twitter. Shout out to Money Shot Ronnie. Money Shot Ronnie. He was like, yo, this is, his tweets probably still up. Like November 09, 2009, Twitter, I was using it. I was young too on Twitter. He was like, yo, this is my friend's homie. They recorded this like in a garage or some shit like that. And it was a Kendrick Lamar EP. And I listened to that shit. I was like, this is fire. Then he dropped OD. Then he dropped Section 80. The Keisha song I said. Keisha's song is one of the best Kendrick songs. Yes, Keisha's song. Pray for my, you need to check YouTuber Jay Fodl. Laughed my ass off. He cooked your last video. Okay, good luck. See, I know my last video went crazy with the Drake's Kendrick's bar. I don't know who reacted to what. I haven't really looked. But if y'all know anybody who's like, I didn't even know I was on Reddit. You know what I mean? This post right here. I didn't even know I made Reddit. Where's my post, bro? Like, right here. I didn't even know I made Reddit. So if y'all know anyone who's reacted, I will be happy to react to their reaction. Let's get back to the video though.
In this lifetime. And I want to let you know, it's way too many people in the world that think and know that J. Cole is at top on the
That's facts.
Facts. I love you with all my heart. You're my brother, one of my favorite artists, and I always appreciate you.
But what is notable is that while J. Cole spoke openly about his desire to put aside the need to dominate the game or surpass the achievements of his fellow rappers, he also created a contradiction when it came time to actually spit on a track. From claiming that he was the hardest on his famous LA Leakers freestyle,
You want shoot, then shoot, don't play with me. Hardest shit out the South since slavery, nigga.
to increasingly claiming if rappers wanted smoke, then he's a whole fucking nicotine company on projects like The Off Season. To say that Cole has been feeling himself since the turn of the decade is an understatement. Deviating from the messages he gave out in the interview, Cole not only wanted to take on the world himself, but instilled a mentality in his Dreamville signees that they could compete head to head with the biggest cliques in the world.
We just really competing with TDE. This is a whole nother thing. We competing with TDE.
Facts.
That's what needs to be
Facts.
known.
Shout out to
Dreamville,
Jed.
we
Let's
gotta
go.
Step this shit the fuck up.
Facts.
Them niggas is
Facts.
we gotta step it up.
Talk about it.
Claiming that
That's
he
what I
could
like.
beat any
We need
rapper was
that.
sent his way, Cole invited an attack for years until he got one. Because soon, it was one of these bravado-fueled bars that would bring Cole's career to a dangerous crossroad.
Love when they argue the hardest MC. Is it K-Dot, is it Aubrey or me? We the big three like we started a league, but right now I feel like Muhammad Ali.
On first-person shooter, Cole
And you
delivered
know
a
where all
backhanded
this big three shit comes from in rap? And I'm gonna get right back to the video. I don't want to pause it too much. So all this big three shit in rap comes from Jay-Z. Jay-Z on his second album, he has a song called Where I'm From. I'm from where niggas argue about who's the best MC, Biggie, Jay-Z, or Nas. That's where all this shit comes from. I'm from when niggas pull your card and argue all day about who's the best MC, Biggie, Jay-Z, or Nas.
compliment at both Drake and Kendrick. While claiming they were the biggest artists in the game, pinpointing that he is the Muhammad Ali would imply that he is truly the greatest in this field. At the time that he delivered these bars, it fit in with the image we had of Cole, as for years now, he had nurtured this perception that he'd willingly shred any rapper to the point that veterans like Royce the 5'9" and Joe Budden were claiming that he was the only one who upheld that spirit in today's industry.
It looks like J. Cole is the only one being competitive. He's the only one who's rapping with the kind of conviction that says, you know, like, I still value the number one spot as a lyricist.
I agree with that. I agree.
I got Cole as my one. I'm hoping that Kendrick's next album could try to fix that.
Facts. Not a
Drake
fact.
doing this Chuck E. Cheese shit. Good
Facts.
Different battle. That's it now.
Yeah.
That's it.
This belief was shared widely across the game, and legends like Busta Rhymes thought that Cole wouldn't hesitate to go all out if a beef ever started.
I think a lot of light is being shined on Cole right now because he's displaying himself in that way.
A lot of light was being shined on Cole because J. Cole's feature run, except for Grippy, the past like 8 years has been insane. Like really 6 to 8 years. I can't really call it when he really started going crazy. But last 6 to 8 years, J. Cole's feature run, from My Boy with Wale, from Johnny P's Caddy with Benny the Butcher, from Pablo Bolt with Royce da 5'9", his features have been insane.
He's being real active with features from
Facts.
Lil Yachty to the
There you go.
Drake to
Facts.
21 Savage. Like, he's moving and
I'm not
shaking
lying.
in that space with grace, and he's making sure you understand that he ain't got no problem with chopping your head off too.
With fans leaving comments like, I've been saying Jermaine Cole seems to be the only rapper that took Kendrick Lamar's Control verse seriously, and J. Cole is the best rapper alive and it's not up for debate, it's clear that Busta, Royce, and Joe were onto something. But the problem with all these remarks from rappers and fans is that now Cole has made them feel like they were deceived all along. Because, as you probably know by now, Cole's world changed for the worse with one bar from Kendrick Lamar on the song Like That, where he said, "Motherfuck the big three, it's just big me." Faced with Kendrick throwing that kind of gauntlet.
Louaista, shout out for blurring out the nigga. Shout out for not saying nigga. Salute.
Down to both him and Drizzy, Cole was in a difficult position. After all those bars about how he wanted smoke, the Dreamville CEO knew that he was expected to respond, even if it was clear that he felt no animosity towards Dot, a man who he'd known since way back in 2011. Like much of what Cole has said over the years, he basically foretold the issues he faced when it came to the whole world expecting a response from him. And as he told Lil Yachty, feeling the pressure from the hip-hop community, critics, or social media can make you act in ways that aren't true.
Yo, who really gives a fuck what Lil Yachty thinks? Why is J. Cole sitting with Lil Yachty, bro? What the fuck?
To yourself.
The conversation can be toxic. If you're not protective of your energy, you can get wrapped up in that shit and then be affected mentally. You know what I mean? You can be hurt, you can be distraught, you can be depressed. It can cause you, if you're not protecting your energy, to move in a certain way. But
crazily, he also acknowledged that he knew this was just part of the game and that it didn't govern his decision making.
Imagine a music industry where nobody cared to talk about it. And nobody cared to come up with a narrative. Although it sucks when the narrative is trash and it's toxic.
At least
and
they
might
talking.
be whack, or it might be personal. Like the incident you talking about, where it might feel a little personal. It's like, yo, bro, this is what we signed up for.
But no matter how much wisdom he could give out to Lil Bo, when he was removed from the heat of that situation, it was clearly too much for him to handle when the whole world was waiting for him to respond to K-Dot's Like That verse. And with that, 7 Minute Drill was born. But it did not do the damage he was expecting it to do.
Well, I disagree with that. Number one, I think 7 Minute Drill was a great track. Number two, number 1A, I think when 7 Minute Drill came out, people liked it. It wasn't like people heard 7 Minute Drill and was disappointed, like, oh, this nigga's trash, or no, this is not up to par with what he dropped. People were really messing with 7 Minute Drill, including me, especially that first beat. I love Conductor Williams, but I like that first T- beat on 7 Minute Drill. And secondly, I'll say Kendrick's Like That verse did not warrant a response from J. Cole. Kendrick's Like That verse really is, the big three, big me line. Yeah, fuck them. I understand why people would think why J. Cole needs to respond. But the real shot on Like That by Kendrick and Future is to Drake. Kendrick does the big three bar, but he directly takes a shot at Drake at the very end of the verse. For all your dogs getting buried, that's okay with all these nines. You gonna see pet cemetery. Like Kendrick didn't really aim at J. Cole on 7 Minute Like That, right? So to me, when J. Cole responded, I'm like I said earlier, it's a good song, but I don't want to see J. Cole versus Kendrick. Like, J. Cole's fan base and Kendrick's fan base have a lot of overlap. What do I mean by that? they're a lot of the same people. Like, I'm a J. Cole fan, I'm a Kendrick fan. Like, there's a lot of overlap. I don't want to see J. Cole versus Kendrick. I want to see them collaborate on a song.
A track that took aim at Dot's catalog and suggested he was ready to go to war with Kendrick if he had to. The track was one of the biggest talking points off his mixtape Might Delete Later. But the only problem was that it seemed like his heart wasn't in it, and yet people knew that this was what hip-hop demanded of him.
This is a weak diss.
Clearly, J. Cole did not want to do this, and yet he did it anyway. I mean, I sort of get it. The hip-hop fandom is toxic in such a way that if J. Cole did kind of come out and was serious and was real about how he actually felt about this and was just like, I don't want to do this, guys. I think it's kind of lame. Like, that would be valid. That would be so fucking down to earth. And honestly...
And also because the reason that is because Kendrick did not take a real shot at J. Cole. Like, Kendrick didn't take a real shot at J. Cole. So, yeah, J. Cole's not really going to have a battery in his back to respond like Drake will. Kendrick took a very direct shot at Drake. He said, fuck the big three. And by the way, yo, your album For All the Dogs, all your dogs getting buried. So that's why J. Cole didn't have the battery in his back to feel urgency to respond.
Just reality. But if J. Cole did that, if he actually said that in response, all the fans would clown him and just be like, oh, you're lame, you fucking pussy, which honestly sucks. While this track,
that's true, that is what happened,
does kind of blow, it's not really a shot against J. Cole's artistry or credibility, because I think what the problem ultimately is here is that his heart really wasn't into a response like this. And again,
yeah, because he wasn't dissed. If Kendrick actually aimed at Cole and dissed him, like for real, then yeah, J. Cole will be a different energy.
Even if this track is mid, which it very much is, I can sympathize with that.
Although not everyone is on board with Fantano's perspective, I personally think that he was right, and Cole really wanted no part of releasing that track. As a result, he took to the stage at the Dreamville Festival and not only
I didn't think the song was bad at all, like
admitted that all of the outside chatter had gotten to him, but also that he would be removing the song from streaming services.
Yeah.
So I'm so proud of that project, except for one part. It's one part of that shit that make me feel like, man, that's the lamest shit I ever did in my fucking life, right? And I know this is not what a lot of people want to hear. I know I can hear my niggas up there right now like, nah, don't do that. But I gotta keep it 100 with y'all. Y'all heard some shit that happened 2-3 weeks ago, however long it was. Y'all heard that bazooka that was dropped on the motherfucking game, right? All of this time of me moving on my own accord, for the first time I was tested. Why am I tested?
This the apology.
Because I got the world and I got my niggas like, what you gonna do, Cole? And I was conflicted because, one, I know my heart, you know what I mean? And like, I know how I feel about my peers, these two niggas that I just been blessed to even stand beside in this game, let alone chase their greatness, right? So I felt conflicted because I'm like, bro, I know I don't really feel no way, but the world want to see blood. In my spirit of trying to like get this music out, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I moved in a way that I feel spiritually feel bad on me. Like,
and it take a real man, take a real man to admit that, like, yo, I didn't really, you know what I mean? Like, that's not what I'm trying to do. He wouldn't, if Kendrick would have actually took a real shot at Cole wouldn't have did all this, because as an MC, Cole knows what the time is. But there was no real shot at J. Cole. That's why he's like, yo, why am I doing this? When J. Cole responded to Kendrick, it made it seem like really it's supposed to be J. Cole versus Drake versus Kendrick, every man for himself. When J. Cole responded to Kendrick, it made it seem like it's J. Cole and Drake versus Kendrick, like a 2-on-1. Why does it feel like that? Because J. Cole was not dissed directly on like that. This is for Drake. All your dogs getting buried. Yes, I understand Kendrick said fuck the big three, but he doubled down by pointing out who he's talking about. Yo, Drake, for all the dogs, or as y'all like to call it, Fat D, pause. What's wrong with y'all? And we gonna get to the chat too. He's like, yo, all your dogs getting buried. Like I said earlier, if it was a direct shot at Cole like it was at Drake, Cole would not have been doing all this apologizing. It's facts. Facts!
I jab my nigga back, and I try to keep it friendly, but at the end of the day, when I listen to it, and when it comes out, and I see the talk that shit don't sit right with my spirit. That shit make me feel, that shit disrupts my fucking peace.
Although he might have not known it at the time, J. Cole's world would never be the same again after this moment. As suddenly...
And I think that's a little exaggeration. I'm gonna take a piss break, but I'm gonna read the chat first, but I'm gonna take a piss break. Let me see where we at. Damn, I got a lot of chats. Shout out to everybody in chat, by the way. I appreciate y'all, yo. Salute to y'all. And subscribe if you haven't already. I'm gonna try to read every single chat, so bear with me. If I miss your chat, just repost it. Video's good so far. Salute to Echo. J. Cole, Dreams, and All I Want Is You, two of my favorite songs ever. Yes. That J. Cole, All I Want Is You with Miguel, fire. Cole is a better rapper than Kendrick. Cole is a better rapper than Kendrick, period. Kendrick puts together better albums conceptually in sequencing, but pure rapping is J. Cole. I mean, I can get with that. Yes, I agree, Conch. Kendrick puts out better bodies of work. J. Cole doesn't have one album that can hold a candle to any of Kendrick's albums. And I wasn't a fan of Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, but I still don't think J. Cole, he doesn't have an album on that level even. No way Cole better than Kendrick, maybe a verse here and there, but overall, nah. I'm not interested in arguing about, Cole doesn't deserve anyone arguing for him, but it's almost objectively true. Yeah, I don't care about it. Cole suck. Nah, Conch, nah. That's why I gotta disagree with you. Cole doesn't suck. Like, Cole is one of the greatest rappers of all time. He's like top 30 out of like thousands of rappers. I would put him in my top 10, 15 favorite rappers. I just need him to drop an album that I really can, that has replay value for me. What people forget about features is when one gets to hear the artist's verse first, they should be able to top it. They have advantage, right? That's true, because you hear the artist's verse, you can change your verse, you can put a verse after their verse. That's what Kendrick did. If y'all remember the Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe remix, which is Kendrick Lamar and Jay-Z, that's what Kendrick did to Jay-Z. Jay-Z remixed Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe. Kendrick heard that shit and was like, okay, let me add another verse on here, and then wiped out It's like one of the few times in rap history where you just hear Jay-Z completely outdone on a track. And Jay-Z's my favorite rapper. Kendrick completely annihilated him on Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe remix because he heard the feature and he was able to respond and plan out his verse. Jay-Z didn't get that. He didn't get that luxury of hearing what Kendrick was going to say before he wrote his verse. Imperial Stats said 7 minutes was terrible. No, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible. I can't make it through a Yachty or 21 album. Shit's garbage. No, facts. Facts. I don't understand what people see in 21 Savage. Honestly. People could tell that Cole really didn't want to make 7-minute drill. True. Cole was bugging, saying light work is PWC. I didn't even understand what that bar meant. When I hear PWC, like it goes to my stock investing mind, I think Price Waterhouse Cooper. But then someone told me, no, that's the light company in New York. I'm like, okay. I would have never known that. I think Drake got in Cole's head, which caused him to want to respond. Public pressure too. I think that's a fact. Honestly. I think that's a fact, and I'm glad. That's why I say, even in my reaction to 7-minute drill, I said, even though I like the song, I said, I'm glad. It wasn't my reaction to 7-minute drill. It was my reaction to J. Cole's apology. I said, I'm glad he apologized because, bruh, you're J. Cole. You're not Drake's, fighting dog. Like, here, go out and handle my beef for me. That's what it was about to look like. If it's going to be J. Cole versus Kendrick, it's going to be because all three of them got in a beef together. Not because Drake and J. Cole teamed up. That doesn't even make sense. Drake and J. Cole versus Kendrick, that doesn't even make sense. I never wanted to see Cole versus Kendrick either. Never felt right. That's facts. Facts! J. Cole's too friendly. Let himself go beast mode. If Cole had the same hate K-Dot had at Meet the Grams, J. Cole would murder. But that's the thing. Mazerod, that's the thing. J. Cole does not have that. He doesn't have Meet the Grams type hate for Kendrick. And I think he realized that. And I think maybe Kendrick might have told Cole, like, yo, this beef between me and Drake is about to go sideways. Quick. So you might want to step out. Because I know you dissing on some MC respect, love for hip hop type shit, but that's not what this shit is about to turn into. So, bro, you might want to, you know what I mean? Cole versus Kendrick will be good because he did Cole foul. Don't know why you still pretending. True. The apology, I don't mind the apology. I know a lot of y'all cringe at the apology, but I don't mind it. I don't think the song was bad, but you can clearly tell the energy wasn't there. Same as how Drake sounds defeated in Heart Part 6. Okay, I can get with that. Brock Bridge, I can totally understand what you're saying. Heart Part 6 on a different level of defeat. Yeah, he tapped out. Go watch my newest video on my channel. I talk about the Heart Part 6 and how defeated it sounds. Oh, turn your volume up. Okay, let me turn the volume up. We up though. I'll turn. You mean the video volume or you mean my mic's volume? I can turn my mic's volume up. Just let me know. Or turn your volume up. How about that? No, I'm just playing. Let me know. Trinidad and Tobago. Shout out to the Caribbean. I don't know if that's offensive. Caribbean islands. Shout out to Trinidad and Tobago. Shout out to Nicki Minaj while we at it. Shout out to the boy Aaron. Late, but you here though. Top 5. What up? We just need a Cole and Kendrick track now. Facts. We've been needing Cole and Kendrick tracks. They be bullshitting. Like Cole featured Kendrick on his Born Sinner album on the song Forbidden Fruit, but it was just a Kendrick hook. Like, bro, we need y'all back-to-back rapping. Just because you kill a feature doesn't mean you better than the other artists. Catalog is where you prove it. I agree. But killing the feature, if two rappers are on the track together, 1 verse each, 2 verse each, same amount of verses, and one clearly does better, that says a lot. I mean, it means a lot. I don't think Cole or Dot have any hate for each other. That's facts. But when we talk about Dot and Drake, I think there's some hate there. I don't know. Mic volume all the way up. Let me see what I can do with my mic. Let me try to turn this up. I'm gonna take a piss break, but I want to play a song during my piss break. Then we're gonna come right back to the video. We're gonna play that. I don't know what y'all know about Rock Marcy, that Rosebud's Revenge 2, that Bitter Dose, my favorite song off there. We're gonna take a little intermission, a little recess. We're gonna be right back at it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you gonna love that shit. Yeah. Love it, but I'ma show 'em. Nigga, you know what it is. What the fuck? Oh, baby, yeah, right there. Yeah, check it. Don't blame me, follow Satan. Follow me, so crazy. No pay freaks, those pay me. So wavy, no baby. Outweigh the hate. Accept your fate, this came with being great. It's all balance, it's give and take. I'm in a good space, rolling with the wood face. Might spray your bait, put up in good faith. I wish you pussies would say my name. Get your frame flame. Shot thrown out the plane, you died trying to hang on the wing. My lady ring was made by Vera Wang. We all make errors. No whore can make me jealous. Bitch, my taste is exquisite. If you feel you
we back. Shout out to Rock Marcy. Shout out to Jazz on Gang. We back at it.
The rapper who came up on sheer lyricism and upholding the traditions of the game had just violated one of the biggest rules of the genre. And that's that he kept opening the floodgates for both rappers and fans to pile on in a way that, in all honesty, he might not fully recover from. In the interest of fairness, let me clear that not everyone thinks what Cole did at the Dreamville Festival was a complete misstep. Instead, they think it was just a mission to rescue his sanity. Cole's the guy who recognizes the party is going to end in gunshots. He left at the right time. Cole's sleeping really well. As for people like Charlemagne and T.I., they praise Cole for exhibiting a level of maturity that we're not used to seeing and remaining true to himself.
What did you feel when Cole said, I'm not being a part of this?
Man, I feel he chose peace and tranquility.
Yeah, man.
You gotta have thick skin. You gotta really be unfazed and unbothered.
It takes a real human to check himself and say, man, what I'm doing, I don't even believe in. I don't believe what I said. I don't even believe in what I did. Apologize and keep it moving. Y'all want a man to attack a man.
agree with Charlamagne here. I agree with Charlamagne here.
Because we are a culture that feeds off conflict. We just have to have some conflict to feast on. We like to see people at war with each other because so many of us are at war with ourselves. It's really that simple.
Well, I don't agree with all that. I think rap beef is a natural thing to be attracted to, especially when it's two top guys. But I do agree with Charlamagne that it takes a real man to admit, yo, that wasn't really me. Let me bow out. Especially when you know it's going to be unpopular and you still do it. I respect that.
Really that simple. Salute to Cole for breaking the cycle, especially if he simply doesn't want to. Okay, good for you, Cole, for not succumbing to the peer pressure of your homeboys, other artists, social media, whatever it is. Okay.
But the only problem that a lot of people are having is that if Cole is all about being authentic and sticking to his values and beliefs, then it invalidates a whole lot of his bars in recent years. Plus, even those who see it as a wise move still can't fathom how much of it goes against how you're supposed to conduct yourself in hip-hop. Because while people like Charlamagne might have a point about the grown man mindset of J. Cole, that isn't an opinion that's held by most of the culture that Cole has strived to keep alive for so many years. And as Mick Jenkins put it, you can't be saying that nobody can fuck with you, and then when the only rapper they compare you to ends up challenging you, you can't expect for everyone to just accept your reasoning for bowing out. Because of his actions, you now have people looking at Cole in a whole new light, in some cases with complete disregard. Meanwhile, for many of the veterans and commentators in the industry who would have previously given Cole his flowers whenever the opportunity arose, the whole thing seemed to not make
next
the perception
video,
of
Lupe.
who he was as an MC.
Next video, Lupe album reaction. Facts. That's coming.
Because from everything we had seen in recent years, it looked like he would rather go down swinging than just throw in the towel. Courtesy of the confusion he caused, Cole had 50 Cent demanding that he call his phone to discuss the apology, while others like Dame Dash just seemed at a loss to understand it.
As a fan, I'm disappointed. And no disrespect to J. Cole, it seemed like he threw up the white flag. Personally, I wouldn't have gave 7 minutes. Pause. I didn't even hear the whole shit. And it seemed like it bugged him so much that he gave him 7 minutes. It wasn't a vicious 7 minutes. Like, I don't want to hear the Simpsons and all that in that rap. And that moment, him apologizing, to me was saying, yo, you won. You the best. I can't fuck with you. That's how I saw it. I'm not mad at him. I think it's great he could take the high road, but what high road? They were fucking bad.
While Dame Dash wanted to see more from Cole, even that was a moderate response. As for people like academics, the whole thing was a masterclass in embarrassing yourself.
Yo, whose goat is this, man? You know, if you're
Yo, we can't put DJ Academics in on this because all Drake fans were mad at this. At J. Cole's apology, why were they mad? Because now you got Kendrick going directly at Drake. This is before push-ups and Taylor Made and everything dropped. You got Kendrick going directly at Drake. Instead of Drake replying and being responsible for a reply, here we got J. Cole, who a lot of Drake fans don't even really listen to. More Kendrick fans listen to J. Cole than Drake, right? Than Drake's fans. We got J. Cole, yo, y'all fight each other, and then when Kendrick is all beaten down and battled with J. Cole, okay, now here comes Drake. So when J. Cole bowed out and Drake got to fight his own fight, that's why the Drake fans like Academics was mad. Like, you supposed to be on our side. No. You got to fight your own battle, Drizzy.
Cole fan, I don't care, man. I need one of y'all industry niggas to come up here and debate me, man. What type of beta male bullshit, weak nigga shit is this?
Stop it.
Crying the song he dissed you on. You're apologizing for your song and crying his song.
Stop it. We can't even take this serious because this is extreme Drake bias.
It's like you in the club, a nigga slap you, you punch him, and now later you say, man, yo, I'm sorry for even punching you, but I ain't gonna lie, that slap that you slapped me with, that shit was
No. That's like you in the club, you punch a nigga, then he slap you, but then you apologize for the punch. Like, yo, my bad for even starting all this. Facts.
crazy, right? Yeah, facts. Well, I felt that. What the fuck? What the hell's going on?
Although Axe comments are riddled with classic toxic masculinity, which suggests that the only option after being attacked is all-out war, the unfortunate truth from Cole is that he of all people should have known that this is the engine that hip-hop runs on. From the start, the rap game has been all about proving yourself against the competition and claiming the top spot. So for some, the whole thing couldn't have backfired any harder in terms of what it does to Cole's reputation.
This is totally unacceptable. And I told y'all dudes that when these niggas get out there on stage frolicking, acting like they best bestest of buddies. These niggas get on these stages and say anything. There's way too many clips going around, and him saying that same speech to Drake about him being the greatest that he says to Kendrick about him being the greatest. Where do you truly stand? I don't want to hear no more about that record. I don't want to talk about it. He didn't mean it. It sounded like he didn't mean it. His voice was trembling like he didn't mean it. His choice of words.
I don't know if his voice was trembling. It seemed like more of a friendly diss. It seemed like more of a friendly diss, but I wouldn't say his voice was trembling and all this. This is like going extra with it.
The greatest lyricist says he didn't mean it. He didn't mean it. I don't want to hear about that shit no more. Because oddly enough, what you did now is make the Like That record sound harder again for another fucking week.
As time went on, J. Cole took a backseat as the rivalry between Kendrick and Drake heated up.
Smart.
And to be honest, many thought this was the right move, as their beef became so intense that each new release was defined by harsh truths and wild speculation. Cole would eventually just retreat into his own world and stay very far from all of the drama. And for a moment, some fans wondered if he deserved an apology for the internet.
Internet owes J. Cole an apology. Initially, I was a little conflicted on bowing out of the beef. I wasn't. I thought it was good from day one. I thought it was good. I never looked at J. Cole differently for that. I actually give him more props for doing that. On one hand, I wanted to see him walk the talk he's been saying all the years. On the other hand, I can understand if it didn't sit right with him, but after all this, he did the right thing. Sorry for critiquing his decision initially. W. Cole. Facts. Get that man out. Facts.
It's outrage over how he left the beef, with many speculating that he might have known how things were going to turn out for Drake. While Cole's decision to step out of the ring is being seen in a different light after how insanely personal things got between Dot and Drake, this doesn't solve the next problem Cole had created for himself. After retreating like that, Cole had to come out swinging when we next heard from him and remind us why he's such a beloved MC, but instead we got this. After a month of silence, Cole returned to the game with his feature on Cash Cobain's song entitled Grippy. And it's fair to say that this was as far from a chess move as it gets. Following what had already been a hard time to be a
Let's not talk about that.
His fans were left at a loss for words over how they were meant to defend him now. And honestly, nothing puts it better than this reaction by No Life Shaq.
Shout, Shaq.
Check this out, man. People telling me this is the first song J. Cole made ever since the beef. J. Cole fans been fighting for their life for 2 months. Here we go, man. We finna check this out.
Grippy, I call her that cause it's grippy. She thinking that if she a hippie, and she thinking the lip she gon' lick me.
Ain't no way this nigga just said she thinking the hips.
And I think it's bad timing also. J. Cole might have recorded that Grippy verse months before he ever recorded 7 Minute Drill or before like that. But it might have just dropped at the time that it dropped because it's Cash Cobain's song. It's not J. Cole's song, it's Cash Cobain's. If that song dropped before any of this happened, we might have looked at it different. But Louaista is right. Hearing this after everything that transpired is crazy. It's crazy.
She hippie. Ain't no way J. Cole said the bar that simple. There's no way.
Believe it or not, like Ripley's. She said she was gay until I slayed. Now she's strictly dickly. As soon as she pays, I'm on the way.
Mesa Rod said Shaq is corny. I don't think Shaq is corny. I think No Life Shaq, I think his channel is so huge that I think it's more beneficial for him to go with the popular opinion. Me personally, I'm not going to go with the popular opinion. I'm going to go with what I feel. But I think for him to go with the popular opinion is more profitable because more people are going to click that video. They're going to like the video. Me personally, I say exactly what I feel.
Yeah, we doomed. But J. Cole fan, we cooked. Ain't no way this nigga said strictly dickly. I can't take this, y'all. This nigga J. Cole.
Strictly dickly, that's been a term in the black community for many. I remember reading that in a magazine back in the day from a video vixen. They asked her if she was bisexual. She said, I'm strictly dickly. I mean, it's not, J. Cole didn't come up with that,
Cole said strictly dickly. I cannot get over that. He said, I'm going to take him to Disney. I'm going to pay him.
Shout out Miracle and me in the chat.
What is the world coming to?
On that verse, Cole regressed back to the kind of rhymes that he might have dropped for commercial purposes during his early career. Except, rather than letting Nas down like he did earlier in his career, it seemed like it was the entire hip-hop audience that had...
And I got a video on that. If y'all want something to watch, hold on. Let me do a little bit of self-promo. I got a video on that Cole Let Nas Down. Let me see. Let Nas Down. Let's go to my channel. I got hella videos, bro. 639. I got hella videos. The story of J. Cole let Nas down. You know what I mean?
And writing for him even after he had damaged his own reputation. I don't understand why Cole thought that Grippy song was a good idea. He dropped Might Delete later, then showed us should have deleted immediately. Left at a loss for words, some fans have even begun theorizing
and that's a stretch. That's a stretch because Might Delete Later was that album was fine. That album was fine, bro.
Everything he's done recently is part of an elaborate ploy to promote his upcoming album. But for the most part, people are struggling to get behind the concept that this is some kind of method acting rather than a great rapper making a series of horrendous decisions. With some fans going as far as to claim that Cole is the only one who damaged his own career with this song. It's safe to say that the admiration he received from the hip-hop community
He didn't damage his career. It's just a little bit of exaggeration. He didn't damage his career. When Cole dropped it, it's gonna be is what it is. Like it was a poorly timed release of that verse. That's all it is, bro. Like
has taken a major hit from 7-minute drill onwards. Working within a culture that has a short attention span and even shorter memory, J. Cole now finds himself navigating a tightrope that he has only seen from a distance before.
I don't think the hip hop culture has a short attention span. I think it depends on what you say. I think it depends on what you say, how short that attention span can be.
Ever since he came out, Cole has controlled his own narrative, and that's because he always did what was right for him. When the whole platinum, no features thing became a meme, he refused to let it bother him. When people called him Jay Snore, he proved why he was entertaining as any other MC on the mic. Now, for the first time, the narrative has gotten away from him because he's truly taken what the culture seen as an L. A man trying to turn the other cheek in a culture that thrives on combat, Cole is now at the mercy of the people until he can call himself back up to the level.
I don't think he's at the mercy of nobody. Let me let this finish though.
Of respect he once had.
8 more seconds.
Because as they say, history is written by the victors. And at the moment, there's no way that's not how the world sees Cole.
Well, first off, shout out my guy Louaista. We gonna go back to Me Vision. Good video, great video. Subscribe to my guy. Yo, my guy don't need no more subscribers. This nigga already got 1.4 million, but subscribe anyways. I think it's a little bit, it's not even a little bit, it's exaggeration, period. J. Cole, his album, when it come out, is gonna do what it do. It's gonna do what the last album did, if not better, if not just a bit underneath. The apology to Kendrick, it's grown man shit, right? Jay Snore is crazy. Yeah, echo in the chat. Yeah, and I'm gonna get to the chat. I'm gonna say my little monologue. I'm gonna get to the chat. If you got anything else left to say, put it in the chat, and I'm gonna read it. The apology to Kendrick was grown man shit, and it was necessary. As someone who's a fan, or I don't like calling myself a fan, a supporter of both Kendrick and Drake, we don't want to see Kendrick versus Drake. We don't. J. Cole shouldn't have been the first to respond. If J. Cole really wanted to get in, he wanted to get his hands dirty, you let Drake respond first, because the disses on like that was to Drake, the direct disses, right? But regardless, the apology is not going to do nothing to his career. The J. Cole fans are still the J. Cole fans. The Grippy verse, it is what it is, but it's not going to hurt his career. If J. Cole come out with a fire LA Leakers freestyle or a fire Funk Flex freestyle, it's going to erase all this. Y'all not even going to remember the Grippy verse. And thirdly, the Grippy verse is not even that bad. It's the timing. It's the fact, like someone else in the chat said, J. Cole released something that it's unlike anything he's ever released before. It's different. And it's also the timing of that. If that Grippy verse comes out 3 months ago, before all this like that and push-ups and all the euphoria, if it comes out 3 months ago before all that, people might put it under some scrutiny, but it's not as exaggerated as it is right now. Now we in the chat. I think J. Cole is good. He's good to go. I just want J. Cole to drop an album that has great replay value for me. He's an elite level rapper. I know in one of my previous videos, I said A$AP Rocky is not an S tier. S tier is the highest tier. He's not S tier. He's not A tier. I said A$AP Rocky is a B tier. J. Cole is an S tier rapper. just doesn't have the closest album he has to me that has super good replay value is his first album, Sideline Story, and then his mixtape, The Warm Up. I just need him to drop something that I can leave in rotation, right? But we in the chat though. We gonna kill these chats. Then we gonna bid y'all good night. I don't like to leave y'all in here too long with the live streams. You know what I mean? Like, you got stuff to do. I got stuff to do. I want to respect your time. Let me try to find where I am on the chat. Give me a second. And then this time, y'all can put y'all last chats in there and I'm going to get to them. Where am I? This, we're going to start with Brock Bridge. Brock Bridge in the chat. I don't think this song was... Where the homie Antoine at? Antoine 1486. He usually here. I don't think the song was bad, but you could tell his energy wasn't there. Same as Drake. I read that already. Heart Part 6 on a different level of defeat. Facts. I'm gonna point y'all to my latest video. I discussed the Heart Part 6. Heart Part 6 had some parts that I like though, but I agree with Messerad. Defeated. Cole probably, shout out Aaron in the chat. Cole probably still shook for how Dot did him on the Black Friday freestyles. Yeah, niggas don't remember the Black Friday freestyles. Facts. So he probably ain't too focused on any Dot features. You watch What's the Dirt video on 616 in LA Explain? No, I didn't. Let me, Zay 2K in the chat, shout out to you. I'm gonna go watch that. Let me copy and paste that. What's the Dirt video 616 in LA? Next video, Lupe album reaction. Yeah, I'm gonna do that Lupe album reaction. Y'all know Kendrick, Lupe, that's like my number one, number two. I respect Cole for that apology. I know it seems lame, but it was true. It was truly a mature and level-headed thing to do. He caught himself in enough time and didn't get into the nonsense. That's facts. Facts. That's facts. If you can't respect that, then you a Drake fan. You wanted Cole to do Drake's dirty work. Imagine DJ Academics calling someone a beta ninja. Shout out Acto. Shout out DJ Academics. We respect what he do. I'd rather see a man stand on business to preserve his authenticity than pretend to be someone and do something they're not just to please other people. That's facts. Facts. That's 100. Echo, Grippy will hunt you, boy. I don't hear Grippy in my nightmares at all. Not yet. I haven't listened to it that many times. Miracle and Me, Grippy left me confused. You and me both. Mazer Rod already responded to this. Shaq corny. I don't think No Life Shaq is corny. I do think No Life Shaq, I like his videos. I'll start by saying that. But I do think he errs on the side of what's popular. All right. How do people feel about this? And then now when No Life Shaq, when he does his reaction, he's going to lean into that because it's more views, it's more engagement, it's more agreement. I'm not like that. Y'all seen my latest videos. I'm telling y'all what the best Drake disses were to Kendrick. Like, these were disses where Drake got Kendrick. And I'm not even a Drake fan, and neither are y'all, most of y'all, but I've done it. Like, bro, I try to just be impartial. It's about the music at the end of the day. All Shaq says is, "Oh my God, oh my." That's his tagline. Miracle and Me, stay that way. That's why I'm loving it here. Shout out Miracle Me in the chat. Facts. Let me give you the cha-ching, actually. Grippy sounded like nothing he ain't never did before. That's true. Jay Snore is crazy. Nah, we not disrespecting Cole. He's a hip hop legend. Cole and Drake will beef at some point. I feel Drake is more mad at Cole than Kendrick at this point. O'Neal, you smart. I said this in the 7-minute drill reaction. I said Cole should not be teaming up with Drake. Drake is not a motherfucker you could trust like that. I said, and if this happens, I'm going to gloat. And I'm going to go back and repost it 50 times. I said, this Kendrick versus Drake shit is going to end up being Drake versus J. Cole. I said, J. Cole thinks Drake is someone he can trust. I said, all this is going to end up at the end of the day being Drake versus J. Cole. And I still believe that. I stand on that. Have you seen What's the Dirt's video on 616 in LA? It's an eye-opener. I'm going to save this. 616 in LA. So that's 2 videos y'all put me on. It was another dude that reacted to my video or something. I have it saved. I saved it. I'm gonna react to that. He reacted to my reaction. So it's like Inception. I'm gonna react to his reaction of my reaction. And then I'm also check out this What's the Dirt 616 in LA video. The Stein Stizzle the Great says the end of Heart Part 6 is hilarious. Yo, that boy tapped out. If you really want to see me really go in on the Heart Part 6, go watch this one. Drake's Kendrick disses ended terribly. And then also my newest one. These are Drake's best disses versus Kendrick. I talk about the Heart Part 6 and just how fucking defeated it is. We're coming to the end here. Shout out to Jays. When Cole apologized, I was hiding from people because I was talking my shit. I told some of friends Cole is going to smoke Kendrick. Well, Cole put you in a weird position, didn't he? And lastly, Bronxies. You changed your name in the chat, didn't you? Drake is bitter and probably can't be trusted. Yeah, he's not someone to be trusted. I said this already. 7-minute drill reaction, I said this. So, yo, that's all I got for y'all today, y'all. Make sure y'all go check out this. Check it out. It's the newest video. I posted it right before I started this live stream. These were Drake's best disses versus Kendrick. I try to remain impartial. I'm going to point out when Drake do something good. I'm going to point out when Kendrick do something bad. I try to remain impartial. But if you really want to see me clown the Heart Part 6, which a lot of y'all did, check out this one. Drake's Kendrick disses aged terribly. So, yo, Bronxy, I got you confused with somebody else in the chat. So, yo, peace out to y'all. I hope y'all have a great weekend. I've been working all day. Like, I have a full-time job, bro. Like, for some reason, when you do YouTube, people just think that all you do is YouTube. Like, bro, I have actually a full-time job. I've been working all day. I got off work and then literally jumped right on here to do the live stream. So your boy is tired. I'm about to go play some Ghost of Tsushima. So shout out to y'all. Go watch the videos, new videos, share, please, like, please. I appreciate everything, man. I really do. And we on the road to 10K. You see where we at, 9.23K. You was here. If you here, you was here. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. This is top5rapwebsite.com. Peace.